Hey guys, welcome to my channel today. So today I'm using a bit of inspiration over at the Paper Issues blog and Facebook page, the fans and friends page. There is a challenge, and that is to be inspired by the Paige Evans Take Me Away collection. So I've had this in my stash for a little while, and I am just now breaking into it. I've had a lot of collections to work with the past little while, and this has been kind of just sitting waiting to be used, and I'm so happy I finally broke into it because it's a really pretty collection. So I'm using a black and white picture of my oldest little, and she was just sitting on her trampoline, and she just looked very pretty. She was wearing a dress. She's such a girly girl and really enjoys wearing dresses, and so whether she's jumping on the trampoline or just playing outside, she loves wearing dresses. So she just looked so pretty, and I wanted to snap a picture, and it turned out really well. And because the picture was in color and it didn't really match with the papers, her dress was navy blue, and it didn't go and it didn't look right, so I just made the picture black and white. And that's what I do when I feel like the picture will interfere, or the papers will contrast too much with the picture. Like, the picture is always my main focus and everything else is just embellishment. But in this case, I just made it black and white, so it was easier to scrapbook with those papers. So the collection, like I told you, is Paige Evans Take Me Away, and that's from Pink Paisley. And so I have matted my photo, and I decided that for my background sheet I wasn't just going to use one simple sheet of paper. So I decided to cut up a couple sheets and use one. So so one is that wood grain and kind of light paper, light purple and white is acting as that thin strip is acting as I can't talk today. I'm sorry. A buffer between the harsher black pattern. It's like a black on black floral. It's actually kind of more charcoaly gray than black. And between the paper below. So I know that the bottom sheet of that paper looks like there's an extra sheet or extra kind of strip of paper, but that's actually just the way the paper is. And it's a grid, and at the bottom of it's got that kind of like purpley pink just kind of stripe that goes across. There's actually two stripes, a thicker one and a very thin one. So after my photos are after they're layered, I decide that I'm going to pop them up like I usually do. So I'm just using some foam core for dimension. So those are just those dimensional kind of foams that you can find. I've seen them everywhere. I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them at Michael's. I've even seen them at the dollar store. And I've used the ones from the dollar store, and they're just the same as all the others. They're on the thinner side. I would say they're about an eighth of an inch thick, maybe slightly thinner. But they work great for dimension. And when I do want something to be extra popped up, I just I double it up, and sometimes I'll even triple it up for a lot of dimension. So I like the versatility of that. So now I'm going to work on the bottom, and I decided that the bottom needs a little bit more of the aqua. So I'm just going to take, well, I did take a very thin strip and glued it to the bottom. And if you've seen my other videos, actually maybe depending on when this one is going up in comparison to the other ones, I've discovered my hot glue gun for gluing down my foam. And I know that I've mentioned in other videos that I was having trouble. My ATG gun hates me, and she doesn't want to work on the foam. But the hot glue gun works phenomenally, so I will continue to use her. Yes, I know she's, not acid free and lignin free, but guess what? I don't care. It'll work. It works, and it makes my life easy. So I'm going through the ephemera pack here, and this ephemera was really pretty, and I thought there were some really interesting pieces. Like that couch, I loved. I didn't know how I was going to use it, but I knew that I wanted to use it. So it's going to go on my layout. I just think that it's really pretty. It has nothing to do with my layout at all, but it works. So here I am just gluing some pieces down. I decide that I want some tags and some other pieces to just peek through behind my anchoring sheet. That's also where my title is going to go. And I'm working out that way. So some of the pieces also I'd like popped up. So that couch is going to get popped up slightly. And again, I'm doubling up the foam for extra dimension. So on that, that actual couch there, it didn't need foam on one side because one side was going to be overlapping the photo. And so I just needed it on the right side. That banner I actually really liked as well. I thought it was fun. It added just a little bit of something to my layout. And yeah, so I put it there next to the couch under the photo. And I think that lately I've been really enjoying popping things up. I'm really enjoying dimension on my layouts. I know that it makes your books, your albums a little bulkier than usual, but you know what? In this case, I'd rather have a pretty page and have 12 albums than kind of boring pages without dimension and have 6. That's just the way I look at it. Everyone is different. I've accepted the fact that my pages are bulky, and you know what? That's life. This is the way I enjoy scrapbooking, and this is the way I enjoy creating. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. I know a lot of people don't like dimension on their page, and that's okay. I used to be like that too, but I've noticed that my taste evolves and how I create evolves. So that's just where I am. Next week I might be, somewhere else and really not like any dimension at all. Who knows? We'll see. So I just put down my title, and it's Wild Heart, and those are the thickers. They're the chipboard shapes, and the actual package is called Wild Heart, and they're very, very pretty. No, I'm lying. The words are from Dream. That's the thicker collection. Jeez, I can't talk today. And so the chipboard pieces here that I'm playing with, those are from the Wild Heart thicker pack, and those are just chipboard shapes, and there are some like words, not stickers, chipboard words and like arrows and stuff. So yeah, I picked up both thickers. Actually, I don't even know, maybe there was another one, but those are the two that I got. So I'm shopping through the ephemera again, and I want to see if maybe there are some other pieces I can switch out or add. And I decided that pink bow that I had originally glued down, it worked fine, but I felt like the blue one, the aqua one that was in the collection in the chipboard, worked a little better, and it brought my aqua back up to that cluster there. So I'm adding some florals behind my photo, just to make things light and pretty and very girly. And I'm using my ATG gun for that. She decided that she liked me again at this point in the day, and I was happy about that. So guys, I have to tell you, don't be afraid to cut up your ephemera. I usually cut my pieces in half and use them on multiple places on my layout, or the words, like let's say there was a word, for an example, that love ya, hashtag love ya. It was on a tag, but I didn't need to use the entire tag, and I just cut it off. And the same with that chipboard heart. I just cut off the bottom just to make it work. You guys can cut your ephemera, you can cut your chipboard. As long as you're going to use them, you can cut them. So next, I think I pull out my Heidi Swap Color Shine, and oh no, I'm grabbing some purple twine. Yeah, and my Color Shine, and that's it. I just put the twine through the tag, the top of the tag, and I use my Heidi Shine for some gold splatter, because why not? And I think I do that all the time. And my layout is done. I call it complete. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Stay tuned for the stills. There they are. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Don't forget to head over to Paper Issues to see the rest of the ladies' work. Thanks. Bye.